Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Uncle Pucker New Jersey Devil podcast. I'm Chris with Bobby and Tim tonight. We have a fun little show that we're about to get into. We're going to talk. Tim's got some information from the Devils prospect games that just went on. Bobby's got some fun little stories, and we're going to talk about a possible, well, not possible, but Krill Kaprisov. What do you guys think? Maybe?
No.
What do you think? We'll talk a little bit about that.
We'll get into it.
We'll get into it. So thanks for coming on and hanging with us today. You boys ready?
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Let's do
this.
Hey everyone, Mr. Devil here, Kenny Danico, 3-time Stanley Cup champion of the New Jersey Devils, and you're listening to the Uncle Pucker's New Jersey Devils podcast. Let's go Devils!
Hello, children.
Hi, Chef. So are like the rest of the teams, are they reporting like another week or so? When does this happen? We're getting close, right?
And we're here. It's here. Wednesday.
Is it this Wednesday?
I think so, right?
So is Wednesdays what, like probably physicals and stuff, and then Thursday they take the ice?
Yeah, maybe tomorrow might be like media
Thursday
day.
Night.
Yeah. I don't know.
And then
that's the first preseason games next week, right?
Yeah.
It's probably like 2 days after practice. Like it's probably Saturday night. They always do that. I don't know, but
that's information we should probably know as podcasters for the New Jersey Devils.
He says,
I say this: until Tom Fitzgerald does something, we're not going to fucking do anything.
That's right.
All right. So that's it. Are you looking that up?
I am looking up the business schedule.
So Bob, how's Kay doing? He's got a point streak going, huh?
Yeah, he had a point streak going. Yes. So the team is 3-1.
Nice.
1-1 in division games. The other two are non-league, just kind of filling. He had a 3-game point streak snapped in game 4, but his team has won the last 2 games 10-2 and 9-2, playing in direct competition with the properly slated B teams. So that's really good. But we had a kind of a weird situation come up I want to share. As you know, this is his club team that we're talking about, and last year was his first year playing for the middle school team. The middle school team is a feeder team for high school varsity, right? That's why he's a Vikings. His actual middle school, the mascot's not the Vikings, but that's the school he's going to go to. So it's actually a house league from the local rink. So it's kind of like next step up. But again, you can only play for the Vikings if you are in fact going to be a Viking. He had great success last year with that. They won the 12B Universal Development Championship, and he was very, very much looking forward to joining it again this year. We had evals. The admin and the coaches very noticeably told me how they can tell he's doing club, how much better he's gotten, all that. But this is basically a tryout for Team A and Team B. Well, as it turns out, he didn't make Team A, which we knew pretty much that was going to happen. We knew the talent of the kids that were on the team last year and moving up and all that. The problem is we don't have enough kids to field a B team. So they want to continue our kids' development. So they're offering to combine with another local school that also maybe doesn't have enough kids for the B team. So Chris, I'll ask you before I go any further, who would you say was more of our rival? Would you say it would be like a North or South or Brick? Like who did we hate more?
I would probably say North and East were probably the bigger rivalry.
So we're going to use North and East in this scenario.
Would you agree?
I hate Brick. But yeah, I think rivalry maybe local. It was closer. Tom's River East having 3 schools.
We just lost Jim Dowd as a listener.
I don't think he listens. He doesn't return phone calls or texts. I don't think he's listening anymore. I like his part of Brick.
Yeah, old brick is nice. Yeah, no, but I just think being that where we grew up, because it is. I mean, we have in our own town 3 friggin' high schools. So yeah, I would probably
3 Toms River high schools.
Yeah.
Then we also had Mondon.
North is like the famous-ish one, right? Toms River North, or is that? I mean, that's one from not being a Toms River guy that I'm aware of. Is Toms River North?
Well, North's not the newest though. I think East is the newest, right? I think East was built in I think it opened like early 80s. South has been there forever, and that's where my kids went. South is super old. Like students would say that they need to change their mascot from the Indians to the cockroaches because apparently the cockroaches are everywhere there. Like there's no AC in that school. It's old. Then they had North, and then they built East. I think it opened in the 80s. That's where we went. I would think probably the most famous one might be North. There were kind of like more like stories coming out of people from North. I think there was like a kid that years ago went on to play, like I think he got drafted in the NFL and went to North and stuff like that. So maybe, but I think both schools, all three schools, kind of fly under the radar. But for our purposes here, I would say North would be our rivalry.
And just to clarify, I really don't hate Brick. I hate driving through Brick. I've always hated driving through
God,
Brick.
That's
the reason.
People that live in Brick hate driving through Brick.
Exactly. So back to the story. So the admin calls me and says, "Did you get this email?" I'm like, "No, I didn't. What's going on?" And he's like, "Well, we don't have enough teams. And what we're thinking about doing is, you've got a few kids on our team. They got a few. Maybe we're going to combine this. And if we do, using the East-North scenario, right, it will basically be called the East-North Developmental B team. And you got to go through their evals. They haven't done them yet again. So we just got done playing 2 practices in a row, 2 games in a row, a morning game that was far away, and then we had to go back to evals late Sunday night. So I said, sure, whatever. We wanted to get the reps, and continue on that track. So we get there, and we pass the one locker room because we got 2 to choose from. And I see a couple of the Quakers that he has, but they're the older on his team, his club team. And I'm back there with Caden, and I'm like, all right, so that's cool. You got those 2 guys out there. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, they're likely going to be A. Do you think this is like full evals for like their whole, school system? We don't know. So we get out there, and sure enough, dude, it's this team called Ruston, right? The school, and it's 30 some odd kids from Ruston and 4 identifiable from East. And it just became, and it was AB, and it was completely like nerve-wracking for him to be. He had just done his evals with his team, knew he was going to be B, but he knows the A team. He was skating with them. Everything was fine. We got thrown in this environment, and it just wound up being like a Ruston eval.
Right.
Very end, here's the nail in the coffin, right? They're selling this to me like, don't worry, this B team is going to be a hybrid. It's going to be called, again, in our scenario, East-North, right? Development team. But there's no indication who those kids would be. Just a few standouts wearing the Vikings jerseys, right, that are skating around. So at the end, when they're all done, they huddle in. 1, 2, 3. And we went to East, right? So it's like 1, 2, 3, North.
North, right.
And he's like, what? So I come in the locker room. He goes, Dad, what the hell was that? He's like, this was like a Ruston evaluation straight up. I don't want to play for Ruston. I'm like, that's not how it was explained to me. He's like, I want to play for East. I don't know what this is. We were talking with some of the other parents around the same time, and the intention perhaps was good by the admin to keep our kids developing off from this, but this was straight up. These are like,
he's basically going to play for another school,
right?
He played against for 2 years, and he's like, all the kids knew each other. He's like, that was awful. He felt so out of place.
Right.
And we're like, no, you can drop out of that.
So that kind of sucks. So there's no middle school opportunity,
right? And then they said next year. This year, 8 of our A team are 8th graders. So, the admin was like, so number 1, there's going to be opportunity for A team next year, right? So keep going with your club.
Graders good enough to go play high school? Like, the fuck?
Yeah, they're moving. And then, but he's like, but at the same time, if we don't have enough B, this would be the same situation next year. So this was all part of his development, and he loved playing for that team. Again, these are the kids he's going to be with 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, all the way. That was the whole point of this. It's developmental with your peers. Club, you get people from all over.
Sure.
You get people from 45 minutes away because they didn't make their clubs closer to their houses. You know what I mean? And so you never know what you're going to get. This was supposed to be pretty special. And they don't even get to defend their championship last year because they're not even going to have a B team.
That sucks.
It sucks and they can't just give them it doesn't work like football where they could be like on a practice squad, right? And just stay with the team, because if you are on the team, you have to play a certain amount of games, and
you can't pull guys
right.
Like if in high school, like if you were on varsity or if you were on JV and they needed extra skaters or whatever for varsity, they just pull you up or
right, we have swing players.
Like they don't, but can they take guys from the A team, kids from the A team, and to fill out the B team?
That they don't have enough. So like 3 can swing down, or 4 or 5 total can swing up or down. It depends. You have to be designated as a swing player. That's how we had such success last year. There were A players on a B team, but it's every team because that's it's hard to fill these couple.
I mean, it's a middle school. I was actually kind of surprised that your middle schools actually have teams.
Right. Again, we don't. It's not a school-sanctioned team. This is technically a house league at Iceline.
Okay.
But you can't be on the team unless you're going to that high school in the future. That's just how it works, just to keep you there. So yeah, it's very unfortunate. And then we had another kid with him, same age, that was a first year last year in middle school, who was the other goalie. And this goalie performed very well, but as we got late into the playoffs, I think every game but the very last championship game, he got in, split most of them. And then the second to last game with the team we had to beat, he got like the third period. He didn't get any time in the championship game because the other goalie was better, I guess, right?
Sure.
So they went with the better goalie. But this year, there's only 2 goalies. So I saw his mom. I'm like, oh, what are you doing? Are you here for re-evals? What are you doing? I'm like, I just assumed he's going to A. They only have 2 goalies. And she's like, no, they only want 1 goalie. He's in the same boat. I'm like, what?
So how many kids are there like left over, essentially?
There were 6 of us that we know of. 4 of us went to evals last night. 2 or 3, so there might be 7, said no, we're not even going to it.
Right.
And then of the 4 of us that were there last night, 1 kid I talked to, his dad, he's probably going to do it because that's his only hockey outlet. He's not a club kid. That's the only way he gets to play hockey. Our other person that we know are friends with, they're leaning towards no, and the other kid was a first year 5th grader, so I don't know. I don't know him. I don't know what they're going to do.
How many kids?
It's very unfortunate because another game a week, another practice a week. It was a part of this getting on the ice 6-7 hours a week for these next 2 years. It was
how many kids?
Now he's
how
down
many
to
kids
4.
are on the A team?
They probably have 15 or 16, I would guess.
Okay.
The roster was 21 going to evals, and we know of at least the 6 that can't be A. So there's your number, give or take.
Can he practice with them at least, or like skate with them?
I asked that at first. I'm going to re-ask, but again, it doesn't really work like that because you have to be, if you're on the team, you have to play.
That's bullshit.
That's that kind of sucks like that.
Well, they even told me, they're like, actually, this other league, Rustin, they don't really practice, so you're actually going to get a refund. They just play games and maybe 1 or 2 practices. I'm like, how do you coach a team and not have some practices so the kids know how to play your particular system? So I asked him, like, well, you're going to run some practices? And he goes, like, well, you can't practice with A team. So it's very unfortunate. We loved our time. Hopefully we get it back. And that was his goal. His goal was 18 by 7th grade, which is next year. And then coming out of evals this year, he said, actually, maybe if I'm at least a swing player next year, that'd be great. Now we don't even know if that's going to be an option, But
so
good news is,
and you're like, I don't want the refund. I want my kid to play on a fucking team. Like I like that's what I, like it's not like you're taking this away from my son. Like this is fucking bullshit, man. I'm gonna come up there. I'm gonna fuck somebody up for you, Bobby.
Thanks, but I think their intentions were good. But we're gonna focus on the club. It's been a lot. It's been a lot of practice and a lot of travel, and it's been more than I thought, quite frankly, as the parent part of this.
Right.
Kind of glad you're the assistant manager.
I mean, we're still getting anywhere between 1, 2, 3, 4 and 6 hours a week on the ice. So it's still pretty good, but we really were hoping for those other 2 hours. But anyway, it is what it is. Just wanted to share. There is some weird stuff that goes on in these levels, even down here, like you just want to play and sometimes you just can't. It's weird.
It does suck because, he's gone, so much in the last year, just in his growth and everything. And, but I don't know if how much an hour or 2 hours a week is going to make the difference.
Well, you know what? When you're playing with kids who've been skating since 1st and 2nd grade, as opposed to 4th, you're just perpetually playing catch up. So in a case like that, with his build and everything, it was pretty important. But he's going to grow into his body at some point anyway, and all that's going to be moot. Like at this level, not worried about the extreme ends of the talent. We're just worried about getting them reps, getting them going. But yeah, otherwise it's been a terrific experience. Just unfortunate we can't play for the school this year.
All right. Well, let's get into some Devil stuff. I actually want to start with this article from Pucks and Pitchforks and just kind of wasn't even thinking about this. Now, we didn't talk about this on the show because our schedules have all been screwed up. So like I said last week, I am hoping that we get back into more of a rhythm where we're putting out our 3 shows a week. So Krill Kaprisov is due for a contract extension in Minnesota. Reports came out maybe about 2 weeks ago or so that he turned down at $16 million a year. I don't know what the term was, but $16 million AAV.
It was 8 years. 8 by 16, yeah.
8 by Jesus Christmas. 8 by 16.
128.
And so, but Billy Guerin now had come out and said afterwards that that's not true. So we really don't know. I don't know. Is there any other information that I'm missing here? You guys?
No, it was Frank Saravalli said it was turned down. Then another guy said that's not true,
but then it still came out on NHL Network that that's potentially what it was. Right. So there's some truth to it, give or take. Either way, at that dollar amount, you get the point here. That's very intriguing. Why, if it's anywhere in that neighborhood, would you turn that down? And what do you think of the player for doing it?
Well, I mean, for starters, if any team is going to pay you $16 million, I mean, I think that's even above what Draisaitl's getting right now, right?
So he would be the highest.
There's a next wave of guys that are going into free agency or due for extensions. Like Connor McDavid is due for an extension. So this next wave of guys like that are in that tier. Like next year's UFA class is outrageous. I mean, I don't think any of them are going to get to UFA, but
so I don't know why Kaprisov would ever turn this down. I mean, I think from the outside looking in, Minnesota looks like they're a competently run organization since Guerin's taken over. They finally have money to spend now after shedding the buyouts for Parise and who the hell was the other guy? Suter. Thank you. Now they finally have some. They do look like they're going in the right direction. Made the playoffs last year.
They're some good players.
Yeah. They have decent goaltending. They have good coaching. I like everything about the Minnesota Wild. So I don't understand why he wouldn't take that contract, unless, like we said, there's shit that we don't know about. But Nick Villano wrote in the Pucks and Pitchfork article, and I didn't read all of it, so we'll kind of go over it. But he says here that the New Jersey Devils have basically no chance to get Krill Kaprisov, even if he becomes a UFA. But would it make sense for them to trade for him and make a run this year in 25-26? Now, what he's laying out is, we have no interest in paying him $16 million a year. We have no interest in signing him long term. But is this player worth, for this 1 year that's left on his deal, let him walk in June, is he worth making a move for and putting him in this lineup for this year to just say, fuck it, we're going to go for a run? And that's the question he asks. So he writes here, like, the New Jersey Devils aren't acting like this year is a make or break year, but it is. If the team doesn't make significant strides into contention, it's hard to imagine that the current front office philosophy stays in place. The Devils are looking to be Stanley Cup contenders sooner rather than later, with Hischier, Jack Hughes entering their primes. They haven't shown anything of that sort just yet. That's where a big move might change things. The Devils made a big move in 23 when they traded for Timo Meier, and that helped them get to the second round of the playoffs. It might be time for another one of those moves. He says many believe Quinn Hughes would be that move. After a week's worth of quotes from Quinn and Jack, it still seems pretty clear the Vancouver Canucks captain is spending this season north of the border, unless something cataclysmic happens. One more move the Devils could make now to get the top six forward. There aren't many available, but the rumors surrounding Jason Robertson and Jordan Kyrou will persist. However, the one rumor that's relatively new but will be the biggest one in the league is the contract situation with Krill Kaprizov. According to multiple reports, Kaprisov has turned down a massive contract offer from the Minnesota Wild, and now he could be available. He writes that, what's he say here?
We get it.
Well, I just want to go over a little bit because he does talk a little bit about what
I read that. It's nonsense.
So now adding Kaprizov, I think makes any team better. Is this something that you take a swing at? His cap hit is $9 million for this season. The Devils could match that with a trade, he writes, even without giving up a lot, which hope that they do. And he writes, could the Devils build a package around Simone Nemec, Dawson Mercer, that's under $5 million, add a couple like Brendan Dillon, whatever. But is there a package you guys would be willing to put together that Minnesota might say yes to? to get this dude for $9 million this year. After this year, you just shake his hand, say thanks for everything. Hopefully, we're raising a cup in June, and you get Krill Kaprisov.
Absolutely not.
No.
I don't want to go. I don't want to listen. I'm not going to go in on 1 year on a guy and give away assets to a guy who, again, whether it's completely accurate or not, at 8/16, that kind of guy with that kind of attitude to drop that kind of money on a team that doesn't look like it's going backwards would scare the hell out of me. There's no guaranteed want to sign with us. What the hell we have to offer him?
But we have no interest in signing him. We have no interest in signing him long term. This is just you are renting a mercenary to come in and try and win you a cup this year. This is where
we don't have enough money to sign Luke Hughes right now. No, I don't want anything to do with it. It's not our problem. Our problem is not. Our problem should not be scoring forwards. It should not be. So I would not go anywhere near it.
Let's see.
I lean more towards probably not a good idea, but I am in no way, shape, or form ready to just kill that deal. I just think he's such an amazing player. Of course, it depends on what would have to go the other way. I have no interest in moving just for Bratt for a guy that's, like you said, coming in a mercenary role. Right. But would I be interested in Nemec and Mercer? And I
don't think Minnesota wouldn't be interested in Nemec. Their right side is Brock Faber, Jared Spurgeon, and David Jiricek, who they just traded for. Plus, they have Zach Bogosian sitting there. So that would probably bury Nemec in the AHL. So I don't see a right-handed D being something that they'd be interested in. Their left side, Jacob Middleton, Z Bouillon, a couple other guys that I don't really know much about, Matt Kierstead. And they had like Spurgeon's 35. So maybe like they're kind of looking towards the future right side of Faber, Nemec, David Jiricek. I don't know how to say his last name, but one of those guys would have to go to the AHL. I don't know if they would want to do that. And those are like, the assets that we have. And is that a good use of assets to spend on a 1 year mercenary?
If I don't think win a Stanley Cup, no, it's not. That's the only way that this thing works out is if you raise a Stanley Cup. Then nobody gives a shit what you gave up in June if the confetti is falling on you and you're hoisting the cup. But that's such a long shot, even with Kaprizov on this team.
So Jay Snow made a comment that McDavid's going to take less to win. I don't know where he got that or what that, but I would agree. And we've talked about this before, and we can only use the Devils as kind of a barometer. But I'm not interested in highest paid guys and that kind of bullshit that goes on with it. I'm interested in the guys like Martin Brodeur that could have left for $3-4 more million a year and didn't, and understood that like there's money to go around for a team and that you can make a great amount of money and still build a good team and actually win championships and not just be a blip in the radar or finally get to a championship, but sustained winning that they had for 20 years. You know what I mean? So I'm more interested in guys like that. And I know our own guys are going to get to that point where their next contracts, Jack was a steal, they say, right? And all our guys, great contracts. They're probably going to want to make up some of that on the next time around. We're going to have some difficult decisions to make, but I'm never interested in the guy that like has to be the number one. Shesterkin had to be the number one paid goalie. Like, I don't care about the rest. You pay me, figure out how to run a team. So when that $1 million could have got you that fourth line, banger who adds that intangible to your team that actually helps you win. I don't know. I'm just saying. So yeah, I'm just not interested in guys like that.
Those are very good points.
So Elliot Friedman on 32 Thoughts today talked about this, and he said basically what he thinks is someone is kind of whispering in Kaprizov and or his agent's ear that, hey, there's someone out there that would be willing to go up to almost $19-20 million a year for you, which to me signals the guys across the river. Yeah. The other thing that's happened is there's an athletic reporter, a writer for the Athletic, and I forget his name. I'm totally blanking on it. Who's a Blackhawks guy that said there are whispers that Kaprizov really wants to go to Chicago. I don't know why he would have such an interest in going to Chicago, but that's what he said. The door number 3 is that it's just games that they're playing, negotiating a deal, and for some reason it became public. Door number 4 is that he just doesn't want to stay in Minnesota. Doesn't maybe he just doesn't like Minnesota.
With $16 million.
Door 3,
it's insane. It's insane to us, but like if someone's saying to him like, hey, wait a little bit, and New York Rangers have $20 million for you. Like,
I mean, door number 3 doesn't make any sense. You're being offered the highest contract in the NHL, and you're still negotiating. Like, what are you fucking negotiating, bro? You got
I get it.
You won.
I know.
Yeah,
but that's the thing. It's like Elliot was saying that there's another team out there that says maybe we can get to 20. So that if that's public now, and he's saying I don't want 16. That is negotiating tactics from both sides, where it could be like, all right, well, if somebody is willing to offer them 20 and he's turning down 16, then we wind up at 18 or whatever. I don't know. I'm making up those numbers. But I think there could also be the reality of he's like, fuck Minnesota. It's cold. I don't like it up here. Could be
that's possible.
I mean, that nobody's said that about him, but that could very well be it, which is a serious miscalculation by the Wild. They basically had been waiting for years for this Suter and Parise money to come off the books so that they could sign Kaprisov. And a kind of shitty thing for Kaprisov to do. And that's what I'm with Bob on is like fuck this guy. Like if he's turning this down on this team that's making progress or looking good, they finally opened up enough money and gave you the biggest contract in fucking NHL history, and he said no.
And be forthright. Yeah.
Before
come out and say I don't
plan on resigning. I don't plan on resigning. I love it here, but I want to go into free agency after this year. I will play my ass off for you for the duration of this contract, but moving forward, I might go other ways. If you want to trade me in the middle of the year and get some value, I understand. Just talk to me about it. Like that's how normal people do it. And so this whole thing of just being, you go through negotiations, you get up to $16 million a year, which for a hockey player is ridiculous. And then you're going to say no. And if the idea of Krill Kaprizov playing on this team with guys like Jack and Nico and Jesper Bratt is just awesome. Outrageous. He's an amazing hockey player. I would love to see him on this team. The one thing I would maybe like even more would be seeing him on the Rangers, because I don't know how hard it is to beat a team with a goalie and a really good forward, because that's basically all they will fucking have with those 2 contracts. So if they were dumb enough to do it, I think they would be in trouble. But we don't have any other giant albatross contracts really, anchoring us down. We really don't right now.
So he's obviously forecasting to be above the point a game player. His best year in 81 games was 108 points in 21-22. He's had some shortened seasons, right? Like last year, he's definitely above a point a game.
He gets hurt a lot too. He's about as fragile as Jack.
First of all, we're starting the conversation at 16 million. And let's say Tim's right, and there's whispers of a team that would be 18, 19, 20 million. Like at that level of production, I'm fine with getting 2 85-point guys at 8 and 9 million than one guy at 20.
I'm with you.
For 20 more points, just because it's flashy to get over 108. Is he going to get a 140-point season one day? I don't know, maybe. But still, even at that level, like at a certain level, right, of your number one guy, I don't know how much more production you need, where it's not just kind of padding stats. How many are game-winning goals or crucial goals or big moment goals or momentum killers, right? Not just, I got 145 points. Like, I just think at that level, just let me build a team. I don't want. I'd
rather have 85 points playing 40 minutes a night than 140 points playing 20 minutes a night.
That's it.
I mean, if we didn't have to sell the future away for 1 year of $9 million Krill Kaprizov, I don't think that I'm dead. I'm not as against it as you guys are. Even
and it coming out now,
1 year, and just to say fuck it, let's roll the dice and see what happens. I can get behind that. If I know, he's gone after June. He's gone.
If our cupboard was stocked a little bit more, if we had a few more assets that were truly blocked. Then I maybe, because having him on the team would be great. Anybody would take him on the team. He's a hell of a player. But I think if whatever we would need to give to get him, we would now no longer have to get our real needs.
All right.
So therefore, no.
So how about this? Dougie Hamilton, Jack Hughes, and Luke Hughes for Kaprizov, Boldy, and Faber.
Jack, Luke, and Dougie for Kaprizov, Baldy, and Faber.
I can't do this kind of weird math in my head right now, dude.
Just don't worry about the math. Just go on.
One of them needs an extension. Okay? I'm going there.
Well, is Baldy a good comp for Dougie? Because I mean, Faber and Luke, they're pretty much like in lockstep. Right. I don't know if we lose a whole lot.
Kaprisov, Jack,
Kaprisov and Jack. Jack's. I mean, Kaprisov actually puts up better numbers than Jack over the last few years. But so maybe you could say you got to win there. And losing Dougie, I mean, we were all talking about having him traded next.
And we bring Faber in, who's a righty, replaces Dougie.
Not a win when Jack's getting $9 million a year to give us 100 points this year.
That was my next question. This guy
and Boldy, I
Jack's
love
our guy.
Boldy.
We're not trading Jack.
I love Matt Boldy.
I'm more interested in making a deal with like just Faber and Boldy than because he wouldn't sign with them for 16 million. Like there's no guarantee that we can offer him the world and he wouldn't sign. He could walk anyway. Like unless you got a contract that makes sense locked up, I wouldn't do that deal. But if Kaprizov,
something ridiculous.
No, but would you make that deal if you had Kaprizov on a decent contract and you had him for the next few years?
If I had him for the next few years, yeah, I think I would.
I think I might too.
Yeah, well, I mean, our need is up front. That's why it was 2 forwards and a D for 2D and a forward.
Right.
Yeah. At a certain level of talent and skill and production, you can swap player A for player B and get kind of the similar results, but at some point you need to build out a actual structured team with roles.
That's why Edmonton has lost in the Stanley Cup Finals for 2 years in a row.
And why they're not even going to get back there this year, because we took their secret weapon in Connor Brown. Now forget it. They're doomed.
Number 4.
They're doomed without Connor.
The most handsome ginger in all the land. Anyway, it's a crazy situation going on with him. I don't know if we don't even know if it was actually real that they turned it down. It seems like with more reporting coming out that he did turn it down, but like that could be other factors within that. I don't know. It's interesting, and it could also be like, I don't know if I want to set the marketplace, because then McDavid's going to sign and he's going to get more than
That's my next question to you guys. Do you think that McDavid ends up in Edmonton? Or do you think he actually finishes this year and says, I'm just going to test the market and see what's out there? What do you guys think?
That would be fucking insane. If he went straight to UFA, that would be fucking crazy.
What do I think?
Yeah, what do you think?
I think it gets done in Edmonton, because if you're Edmonton, you can't not have it get done. But to your point, if he did just, nope, going to be a UFA, I want to see what's out there. I mean, you know what's out there. Any team you want to go to, they'll figure out how to put you.
And if you're Connor McDavid, don't you kind of owe it to yourself? You actually have 32 teams, an entire league that would basically pay you whatever the hell you
trade
want.
Whatever they have to. They'll pay
whatever. It doesn't matter. Whatever they have to do to get you, he can just sit back and take offers from 32 different teams. I would do it if I were him. Like, I would want to know what else was out there, especially since I haven't won in 2 years.
Yeah, but okay, on that not winning though, I mean, you came in second 2 years in a row. What team out there is more alluring to you at the potential to win, other than, of course, the team that keeps winning it in Florida? Like, who's the next big team where he goes, if I go there, we're over the top and winning? Dallas. Not any of them.
I think out of the top half of the teams, right? The top 15 teams right now, I honestly would say that if you dropped Connor McDavid in the lineup of any one of those 15 teams, they become Stanley Cup contenders right off the bat.
Do they become Game 7 loss 2 years in a row?
3C.
All right. Nico Hischier would be your
so
3C.
incredible.
I mean, come on.
That would be something.
But he's also, and this is also, Elliot Friedman talked about this, sort of kind of directly take it from him, but I agree with him where McDavid seems to have that head on his shoulders, knowing he's like, I need a team around me. And he's like, if I take too much, is that going to hinder you being able to build a team around me? Like kind of exactly what Bob was saying before.
Sure.
Yeah.
So,
no problem. You got to get paid fair. I'd never say a player should take below their market value. I'm just saying you don't have to blow up the market either if you actually want to win. And for as much as I hated guys like, Parisi for a while with this leaving to go home and play, and his was a different circumstances I talked about with almost winning the cup and all that. But if a guy like him just straight out came out and said, like, I really appreciate the attention, but I want to test the market. I might. Nobody ever said I have to play in Minnesota my whole life, right. But nobody ever says that, and then we're left with, oh, this guy's a dick. Right. Maybe it's not about the money, like you said. Maybe he just doesn't feel like this is where he wants to play his entire career. Yeah, and he earns that right.
Someone in the comments mentioned it. It's like, where are there more sort of Russian cultures, geographically and team wise too? Like what cities have deep Russian cultures? I don't really know. There's Brighton Beach in New York. Like, is he gonna fucking live out there? I don't know.
Why David want to live with the Russians?
Sorry, I was going back to Kaprisov, because I forgot to reference that comment. The McDavid thing, I think he's going to stay. I think it's going to be like 3 years because he could still do like a 3-year, $15-16 million deal.
That's Connor McDavid. And then I just do 2-year deals for the rest of my life.
That's kind of what Austin Matthews is doing. Matthews is like, I'm going to stay here. Let's just re-up every 3-4 years, and he's maximizing how much he's making by doing that because he's.
And then you can look at % of the cap of the team, and you can grow with it. It's not a dumb way to do it.
And you can get the hell out if you want.
It's. I mean, it's with a guy with that hairline. It's a little risky.
Oh, it's as bad as mine.
He has a hairline, Chris.
I have one too. I just shaved my head. But if I grow it, trust me, I get some Austin Matthews bad 5-head going. My shit doesn't start till like right around here. But anyway, I think he is probably going to sign there too. Because also, how do you look Leon Draisaitl in the eye if you just walk away? How do you look that dude in the eye after that? Like, I fucking signed for you. Told me that you were, and now you're fucking. What the fuck, dude? You're
after like their wives were like they went on like a honeymoon together. And shit.
Right. And
he's not going anywhere.
Leon locks up long term, and Connor just splits and goes to the Panthers for $6 million a year just so he can win cups for the next 8 years.
I wouldn't be surprised seeing him taking like a 13-14 million because I don't know where people are coming up with their salary projections. I guess it's % of the cap. But if he takes a couple million less a year, like I can imagine 14 million goes a long
There's
way
different situations too. Like I know Kaprisov is well known within the hockey community. He's a hell of a hockey player, right? But the branding that McDavid has behind him and endorsements and money is far different. So a guy like him can say, you know what? Yeah, I can get 16, 17, but I'm going to take 13, 14 right now and do these couple of year deals.
Make it up elsewhere.
I didn't give Edmonton a chance last year to repeat their success, right? So who's to say they can't be runner-up again this year for all I know? Like I did not think they were going to be able to pull it off.
I don't think he ever leaves Canada. I think that he wants to be the guy that brings the cup back to Canada. Like I think that is something that drives him.
Good goal. So,
the Canadian Prime Minister brought McDavid up in one of his most recent speeches. He was talking about the economy and tariffs and having to figure out a way to kind of disengage from the American economy and stuff like that. And he's like, and this is going wrong and this is going wrong and McDavid's not signed. And people are like, what? imagine Connor's just sitting on his couch just flipping channels and he's like, what the fuck, man?
That's awesome. That is awesome. And before we do the prospects, I this year Daily Faceoff put out a preview for this year's Devil team. I didn't go over everything, but I'm talking just about the new additions, the faces that left, the how we did last season, and a bunch of what I really want to do is they have the projected lineups.
Steven, I lived in New York for 20 years. It's fine. Relax, pal.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not a shithole. It's just not for everybody. I'll say that. I like certain parts of the city, and I love the city when I got a big wad of cash in my pocket. Then it's great.
Yeah, you get hookers and go buy a fake ID in Times Square.
Cocaine and hookers and anything else I want.
That's what I'm going to do when I win the lottery.
Stuff, man. What's up?
Well, because I was always with you.
Oh,
you kidding me? All the fun shit.
Let's go to a museum.
All the drug taking was when you were in school, Bobby.
Gotcha.
All right, so this is what they have. Take a guess. Did you guys see this?
The
No?
DFO
No.
lines? No.
All right, so give me your projection of first line right now. What does he have?
Jack, Brad, Palat.
No, he has Heischer as the first line. So we'll start there because I know
Nico, Timo, Nason.
Bob?
Wait, what are we doing right now?
Guessing what Daily Faceoff has for projected lines.
Oh, they have for the
yeah. They start with Heischer's line.
Heischer, Jack, and Timo.
No, they have.
I thought maybe they're going wild and put him on the wing.
Heischer. Tim was right.
Nico, Timo, Nason.
Yeah. I'm kind of confused about something here, though, because this is the projected line. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, let's go back. So the second line, I fucked up, man, was Nico, Timo, and Nason. So what's the first line, guys? Sorry.
Jack, Brad, Palat.
Jack, Brad. Did they really put Palat up there? No.
It's the Daily Face-Off. They're about as clueless as they get.
Okay. All right. Palat, because of his name.
So our top 6 is Palat, Hughes, Brat, Nason, Nico, Timo.
And this is why I'm not renewing my ESPN subscription.
Second verse, same as the first.
I'm not watching that.
Do you figure out if you get it through Fubo yet?
No, because I'm going to get it either way. So I don't care.
You get it through the Face Talk, the Tick Book,
the book face,
nope. The book face,
the book face.
Yeah. And
okay, what do you got for the third line?
What was that? I bet it's Mercer, Dadonov, and Brown.
Mercer, Cotter, and Dadonov.
Mercer, Gritsuk, and Brown. And then our last
Dadonov on the fourth line. Glass, Cotter, Dadonov.
Glass, Cotter, Dadonov, fourth line. And then Dylan, Dougie, Luke, Pesci, Siegs, Nemec, and then our goalies. So yeah, I just, if that is the starting lineup, like I guess maybe for game 1 it might be, just the kind. But I just think it's a recipe for failure right there. We've
talked about it before at that level. Again, the pairs in the first couple of lines are fine, but where's the value of putting Andre Palat on the first line? Why not
Dadonov on the fourth?
Forward, right? I just don't see why that would happen. That's based all on pedigree and history. That's not where he should be. Not at this stage of his career.
He shouldn't be on the team, but I don't think
nobody listens to me.
I know. There.
Yeah, he's gonna be. So we got to deal with it. But like
Bob's like, well, somebody fucking listen to me.
Just listen to me, god damn it.
Palat on that line in the top 6, Dadonov on the fourth line. So we get Dadonov in here to basically just play whatchamacallit, linguist, or what is it called?
Translator
for Gritsuk. And he's not even here to play hockey. He's just, it's 5 minutes a night. Like, this dude can play. He can definitely be more offensively gifted than Andre Palat.
Right. And again, let's think of the scenario. Right, but you got Jack and Brad out there doing their thing, dude. I said you could put Tim on their line. Like, you're going to get production from this person.
I'd probably put up like 5 goals.
That's great. It's NHL, man. That'd be awesome.
I'd probably get fucking absolutely murdered.
It's just so frustrating when I see this, and it's like, why did we?
Did you read the blog that I wrote about potential line combinations?
I have not yet. I've been meaning to, and I actually forgot about it till you just said it. But I will read it tonight.
Unfucking believable, Chris.
I'm sorry. I mean, we talk every day. Sorry I didn't read your article.
It's rude. The last one I wrote was about the power play. Hang on. I can pull it up and we can talk through some of my line options.
Oh God, I didn't read it for a reason.
All right, you know what? Fine.
Come on, asshole.
Yeah, I won't pull it up.
Don't be so sensitive.
I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to find it. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, so Playing with Forward Lines, written by Tim Wood, all about the jersey. Let's see. So I had the old reliable top 6, new look bottom 6. I had Nason, Nico, Timo, Palat, Jack, Brett. Sorry, Bob. Then I had Gritsuk, Mercer, Dadonov, and Cotter, Glass, Brown.
Stop.
What?
Wait a minute.
That was
fill my cup with some liquor.
option one.
What?
Oh,
Wait a
okay,
minute.
it
Wait.
was
All the talk we're doing, and option one. You're going to
That's
give
option
better
one.
options.
Yes.
You're going to give. I'm
Option one.
repeating.
That was
You're gonna give
a new look. That was
better
a new
options.
look. New look.
Okay.
Bottom six. With the old
I did
reliable
read
top
this
six.
article.
Yeah, I did read this. This was a while ago. I
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I told you.
Okay,
And you're
yes,
fucking ignoring this, and you're pulling up Daily Face Off.
This is a good point. I should have remembered that Tim wrote something like this. But go ahead.
Lay off the gummies. Hang on. I just closed my phone just to prove a point. All right, so then I had Dadonov, Jack, and Timo, Nason, Nico, and Brad, Gritsuk, Mercer, and Brown, Palat, Glass, and Cotter.
Okay.
Then another option that I had was Mercer, Nico, and Timo, Dadonov, Jack, and Brad, Palat, Glass, Brown, Cotter, Lamiko, Nason. But unfortunately, I put Gritsuk in the press box.
So far, I like your second pairing the best.
Yeah, I think I like that one. It's also Palat on the fourth line, slowly just kind of pushing him out the door to be like, just keep going, and then you lock him behind him.
So that's it. So we need him to somehow get demoted to the fourth line this year, and then demoted to healthy scratch, and then basically just trade it off the team. Yeah. That's what
so it's like, do we build it out from the third line? That was at Palat, Glass, Brown.
Right.
Tell Palat just play defense with Glass and Brown. Assign that against the other team's first lines. Go neutralize those guys so Nico can run a little bit.
Yes.
Another option is Jack and Timo. Actually, we've talked about this before, where Jack and Timo actually play well together. Jack, Bratt, and Timo do not play well together.
Yeah, so maybe it's the third guy. Maybe it needs to be Jack, Timo, and who'd you have? Dadonov?
Dadonov. It could be Gritsuk. I don't know.
But I don't hate that.
No, I honestly, I want to see Dadonov play. Like I don't know enough about him.
Yeah.
Like or how he plays, or like I know he's slick with the puck. He's a bit of a defensive liability, but like we can't. Not everybody can be like a two-way, masterpiece.
Yeah.
Like we need guys that are fucking gasoline that can score goals. But anyway, that was the end of my.
Now, okay, well, this is actually a good little segue. So Tim, we and Bob, I mean, we know the roster, right? We know who's on this team right now, and we talk about the different lines and combinations and whatever. So Tim, you did some research on the prospect challenges that's been going on the last couple of days. Is there any sleepers that we're not talking about that might come into camp and just really surprise the hell out of people? What have we seen from prospect camp so far?
Yeah, and look, the research. I had a couple of beers and watched like half of each game. So,
I consider that research.
Deep
research.
That's about how much work I did in college when I was getting indoctrinated. You're
getting indoctrinated in trade school.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Obviously, the first guy is LaChance. He was impressive all around from the drop.
Give the kid a chance, I say.
First 5 minutes into the first game, someone on the Devils got boarded from behind. LaChance dropped his gloves, fought with the guy, got his ass kicked, but still stood up for his teammate. Had a couple of goals, couple of nice goals. Got good size. He is slow, but he uses. He knows that, and he accounts for that in his game. Like he doesn't get out of position. What he may happen, which I'm a little concerned about at the pro level, is he may be a bit of a penalty liability. If he is slow, he gets caught out of position, kind of gets some hooking penalties, tripping penalties, that type of shit. He's got really nice soft hands in front of the net, like impressively soft hands. Like he took one puck off the backboards back out front and roofed it short side. Like that is really fucking hard to do. He batted a puck out of the air on another goal. So I was pretty impressed with the chance. Lenny, the first game, I was like, oh shit, this guy sucks. He was fucking falling everywhere. Like it was actually like comedy. Like he got a bad skate sharpening job.
No, the North American ice is apparently a lot slippier than the European ice. So it takes a little while for him to get used to that.
You don't ever watch like your NHL. He watches the Jack Hughes training tapes.
Yeah.
So he just
flies in the boards.
Lenny's still pretty slow, but he's got good size. Like he was throwing his body around again. It's hard to tell in these prospect games, like the Columbus prospects that they ran out. Like, I think my beer league team could have given them a run for their money. Like, these guys were fucking bad. Buffalo's was definitely better. Buffalo had, I think, 4 first-round picks in their prospect challenge, including Konsta Helenius, who was the Finnish center. Remember how Fitz, before he drafted Salayev, was like the other guy I wanted to look at was the Finnish center. So he was on the Buffalo team. Didn't really notice him all that much. But Lenny made some great plays on the second and third game. He's got nice vision, and he's really good at kind of getting open and finding soft spots on the ice. Had a really nice goal from on a feed from LeChance, like got it in tight and roofed it up top. Had a couple of nice, like real cross crease, but like not like close, like not like within like the hash marks. He was like almost by the boards, cross crease through traffic to someone. So that's good. Casey played one game. I think he might have gotten hurt. I'm not sure what exactly happened to him, but he played like 2/3 of one game. He was so much better than everybody else. It was fucking ridiculous. I kind of feel bad for him that they actually made him take a bus to Buffalo to like do this. But that's
a long trip from the Shire.
Yeah. Hey, the Lucky Charms aren't here. I fucking love watching this kid play, man. He's so good. But
he's one of my favorites.
He's so good. Ethan Edwards was I really liked watching him play. He's got great 4-way mobility. He's not huge, but he will step up. He stepped up a couple times and laid the body down. He's really good at going back and retrieving the puck and getting it up in a nice first pass. He's not like an offensive guy by any means. Like, I think he and Casey will probably be our top pair in the AHL, depending on what they do with Chalowski.
I forgot we still have him, don't we?
Who else? Oh, Milovsky, the center. He was a 6th-round pick. He's a double overager when they drafted him. Matthias Milovsky. He's our best center prospect, which is a little dire. But he was actually a pretty good, solid 2-way kid. He's got good size. I think he's like 6'2", 190, something like that. Good size. Pretty good in the dot, was responsible defensively, had some good offensive plays, nothing like super flashy. He did have one really nice end-to-end rush basically against Boston where just sniped one top shelf. It was pretty nice. Bob, that's the shot I sent you. I was like, hey, show this to Kay about his shot mechanics. Malik was really good in the second game. I think he stopped 26-28.
Who was the other goalies?
Trenton Bennett played against Boston and he fucking sucks. Like, he's really
Trenton Bennett.
He is the guy that we drafted this last round. That's like 6'8" or 6'9" or something.
I don't like anyone named Trenton Bennett.
Hey, he'll be great for the new Trenton ECHL team. It's a marketer's dream.
Yeah, I guess
he kind of
like that name.
Brennan played the first game. He was fine, if not good. Malik was pretty good. Showed some good side to side movement, tracked the puck pretty well.
Mike
the only.
Play?
Who? No, Big Mike's Yegorov's in college, so he's
he didn't play.
He's training to be a Russian spy and taking multivariable calculus. Cam Squires wasn't all that noticeable. He's okay. Like, he didn't really stand out to me. He's solid more than anything.
Did Silyev play?
Silyev didn't play. No, his season. I don't know if it's Silyev or Silyev, to be honest.
Okay.
I don't. His season already started in the KHL.
Okay.
So he's already playing for the KHL. Squires is like $160. He's like 6'3", 160 pounds. Kid looks like
Bobby in high school.
Look at a corn stalk.
Yeah.
Get that kid some protein bars. If you want to feel old, Todd Bertuzzi's kid Tag was playing.
I was wondering. I saw the Bertuzzi name, and I didn't know. So it's Todd's kid.
Todd's kid.
Okay.
Yeah. He was good. He was a little ball of hate. I kind of enjoyed watching him play.
I liked watching Todd Bertuzzi play.
Yeah, until he did something he shouldn't have. He fucking slashed what's his name over the back of the head, and then jumped on his back and like broke his neck. I forgot what the guy's name was.
Why don't I remember that? Oh, you remember that, Bo?
I remember this.
Oh,
I don't remember.
I forget who it was. There's a guy who did play for the Rangers once. The guy had to retire because of it. Like, Bertuzzi like jumped on his back and he fell and broke his neck. It didn't like paralyze him or anything. He just couldn't play. The best player was like a random 18-year-old camp invite. Kid still plays in the QMJHL. This kid Lecomte. Tiny little kid, like 5'8", 160 pounds. He had 4 goals in 3 games, 2 assists. It was all over the place. And puck wasn't just falling in for him. Like, he was getting open. He was fucking ripping it home. Like, he was making good plays. He's still draft eligible, which is fascinating. I don't know how that works in terms of him being able to sign a contract. I think he can sign a contract because he's above 18.
But then another team can draft him in July or June.
Well, if he signs a contract, he's not eligible for the draft.
Then he's not eligible.
I think he can sign a contract, or he can go back to the queue and then get drafted. But he was good, man. He was quick, fast, little ball of hate. Like, just he was everywhere. Him and Bertuzzi and this other kid, I forget the guy's name. Were actually like a really good fourth line in these tournaments. But again, they're prospects, so there's a kind of a range of players that are invited. Some are like, the fucking equipment guy's kid, and some are like first round draft picks. So it's a little hard. Sets. Yeah. But it's fun. It was fun to watch him play. It's fun to get eyes on some of these guys that we've been hearing their names. But Malofsky could be, depending on what happens with Bordeleau, Malofsky could be our 1 or 2C in Utica in Albany.
Utica. You had it right.
So Utica, I think, will be actually pretty good this year, which is a good thing.
Yeah. So is there anybody that you saw over the weekend that you might say, hey, they might open some eyes and make some decisions a little harder than one might think?
It'll be LaChance, I think. I'm curious to see what LaChance does against NHL and like real pros. Same with Lenny. I'd be very curious to see what happens. Also Malofsky. Like, I'm curious about him. Edwards was good too, but he and Casey are both still undersized defensemen.
For those keeping score, LaChance, like Palat, is a left wing. I'm just putting it out there for the universe. I'm not like predicting anything.
6'5", 200 something pounds. Like, he did get his ass kicked in the fight that he got into. I was kind of surprised that he went down like he did. Which is a little concerning. Maybe he'll need to have Big Mac teach him a couple things.
Yeah, just have him go to Mac and show him some pointers. Who did that? Cotter wanted to learn how to fight, and he was
Kovacevic.
Kovacevic,
yeah. Kovacevic learned how to fight. Kovacevic fought more than fucking McDermott did.
I mean, we have 6 days until the first preseason game, guys.
Yeah,
it's
21st.
Crazy. Yeah, so we play the Rangers on the 21st, and I'm super excited for this preseason. I don't know if we're going to get any games to watch, but just because I want to see some of these dudes. Yeah, that game's not even on fucking TV.
Yeah, it'll be on like a Motorola flip phone on fucking NewJerseyDevils.com.
I don't understand why they don't. They play some of them, right? Like, some of them are televised.
Some of them should be televised. I'm surprised that Rangers Devils game isn't on MSG or something.
Yeah, it doesn't say it, but I would think that it would be.
I think it should be. I think it will be. I think it will be. It'd be crazy if it wasn't.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, and we'll get closer when as the season comes along, doing our predictions and where everybody's gonna fold out. It is on MSG, Steven. Thank you.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, that's what he said.
So Sunday? It's Sunday, right?
That I think is a Sunday. Yeah.
Sunday, September 21st. NHL Network for me down here. The motherfuckers. And we have to sign up for fucking Fubo again.
It's probably going to be on NHL webcast if you want to just stream it illegally.
I don't do that. We've talked about this.
I know. It's not your thing. Oh, yeah, it is during football, too. Jesus, Jay's right. Actually, I think my team. Right? I mean, I'm really looking. And we play on my birthday against the Islanders.
When's your birthday?
The 23rd of September.
Oh,
5-0. No, 27. And I'm not fucking leaving 27. That's it.
Right.
That's it. I don't.
Age is just a number.
I don't know, man. This one's bothering me.
50.
This one's bothering me. Yeah, I get it.
We're having a party. Bob, do we need to talk about me popping out of a cake?
Dude, if you did that,
yeah.
I mean, my wife had these like delusions at one point of like doing a little surprise party, and I've told her many times, like, I seriously, like, this isn't, I'm not one of these people that are like, no, really, I don't want one, but secretly I do. No, I'm one of those.
Not going to be a surprise party. It'll be a planned party with a surprise cake.
Well, that little
Timmy's going to jump out of the
that I can live with, but now it's not a surprise because I know Tim's jumping out.
No, because you can't think I could actually pull this off. I mean, he's small, but he ain't that small.
Do you remember Elkins at Do you remember Big Mike at the Halloween party that year, Bobby? At the house in Pelican Island? Tim, real quick story. We had this Halloween party. We were living in a house. It was me, Bobby, Dan, and his wife at the time. Well, girlfriend at the time. We had this huge Halloween party. And our friend Mike shows up. And Mike's about 6'2", 6'3". Bob, what would you say? 350?
In the threes for sure. I don't know. It's hard to count once you get to that level of man. You know, it's really big.
Really big dude, right?
Yeah.
So he comes, he's got this big fucking long ass jacket on. He comes walking in, we're talking, whatever. And it's like, all right, Mike, take your jacket off, relax. Takes his jacket off, and he's wearing a fucking bikini underneath it. And this dude's like 325, 335. It is so friggin' funny. And our buddy is with us. Our buddy turns around. It was Rick. Rick turns around and goes, dude, my mom has the same bikini. And Mike goes, I know, this is hers. I called her today and borrowed it.
Oh my god,
dude! That is the greatest story. He was fucking just wearing this bikini. He was a fun dude, man.
Like, what a conversation! Like, hey, Mrs. So and So, I need a bikini. Hey, I really like this one that you've worn. Don't ask why I know about
it. Our friends, our group of friends were always a little off, and most of our parents were a little off as well. So you can get away with that stuff. But. Yeah, that's crazy. But anything else you guys want to talk about tonight before we wrap it up?
No, I think we're good.
How excited are you guys for this hockey season? Scale 1 to 10.
You know, there's a little poop coming out.
Yeah, I'm a 9 at least, dude. I really think it's going to be a bounce back year. And, you know, just waking up, you know, last week and going outside walking a dog when it's like 50 something degrees. I'm like, oh my God, it's hockey.
Yep.
That's all I thought of. 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm all pissed off walking a dog in my butt.
And I love, everyone knows I love football. I consume it. I love it. Every Sunday is what I look forward to, but it's once a week. You know, well, now, of course, there's games on, but, you know, I'm not sitting down and watching every single football game that's not my team. But with hockey, it's like now I have something to do pretty much every night or every other night, starting in October all the way to June. I love it. Because, I mean, when's the last time you actually missed a game? Like, didn't watch it because you were home and you just didn't want to watch it. Like, the only time you miss games now is when you have other shit to do. But if you're home,
right, and even those, usually I try to find some DVR equivalent and, you know, catch it.
I don't think I've missed a Devils game in like maybe 6 or 7 years.
Yeah, I believe it. And I can't wait. I cannot wait. But all right, we're
out a little bit.
What's that?
You guys got to get out like a little bit.
But you see, that's my enjoyment.
It's too people-y out there.
Yeah, I don't enjoy going out drinking anymore. You know, because I feel like absolute shit for the next couple of days. So, you know, being my age and just going to a bar and doing shots or whatever. I mean, if it's something like going and watching a show or a concert, the mini? I'm down for it. The what? I know I sound like an old man.
No, look what Liam just wrote. Liam's fucking cooked you.
Yes, I am Woody Harrelson.
He eats as many gummies.
The hat is fucking great. I love the hat.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Thank you for joining us.
We're gonna go kneecap someone in Southie.
Oh, Boston. Okay, I get it now.
Yeah, there you go.
Is that it? All right. I like.
He's witty.
Don't hate my hat, man. I like it. All right, boys, we're going to wrap this thing up. Thank you guys so much for checking us out, even you, Liam. And give us a like, a 5-star review. Hit the subscribe and the alert bell on the YouTube channel. Really appreciate it, guys. And if you're listening to us anywhere that you get your podcasts, a subscription, a download helps a little podcast that could. We are the Uncle Puckers. I'm Chris. He's Bob. He's Tim. And we'll see you when we see you.
Bye-bye.
Suck a dick, Bellacat.
Yeah, keep trashing Valcat till I get this thing set.
You have a small penis. You look like you're at the car dealership.
It's over, Johnny. It's over!